Yeah. Welcome back to the Wash Guys. We are washed but not washed up. Washed, never washed up.
Yep,
All
one of
that other
those two.
shit. This is episode 33. Shout out to Pat Ewing,
Grant Hill.
Scottie Pippen. A lot of wash greats.
You already know.
A lot
Just
of
like
motherfuckers.
ourselves.
Yeah.
Jean-Luc Picard.
Yeah, I am Draft, man. The other half of the Wash Guys. Welcome back.
Shout out Taji.
Shout out Taji, a.k.a. No Limit Exposure. Feels good to be back.
It's good to be back, man. Feel freeing.
Yeah, man. Shout out to everybody who's been listening, man. I've been getting a lot of little mentions. Everybody's been reposting the clips. Appreciate you. Means a lot to the God.
You want to run through the countries?
Yeah, oh yeah. We had some new country pop up on the analytics. So shout out to Singapore. Ooh, we Singaporean and shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what the fuck that means. But shout out to Singapore. Shout out to Sweden, Russia, the Netherlands, Denmark, New Zealand, Ecuador, Finland.
Shout out Izzy with the win, man.
Yeah. India, Canada, Iceland, Ireland, Germany, Australia, the
Number
UK.
one black podcast in Iceland.
Shout out to the UK, man. Y'all are our second biggest listener. So shout out to y'all. And United States. So
Fuck the United States.
we are back again. Tag team back again.
Ready for the fixing. Let's begin. Party on, party people. Make some noise. What them niggas real killers or some shit?
Yeah, them niggas really so dope. Yeah. Shout out to my nigga Kevin, man. He grew up around that shit, man. His pops just fucked them niggas. Niggas just...
It was a real tag team.
Yeah. That niggas tag teaming the dope.
Tag team in the brick.
Yeah.
Hey, man, what you been on this week?
What the fuck have I been on? Just a lot of work. I got a new boss and shit, so like just, getting adjusted to. Side note, I remember a nigga gave me a whole conversation about using the word boss. Like, he's like, bro, I
remember that. I was there for that.
Yeah.
I never call no nigga boss.
He's
That's
your
like calling
employer.
him daddy.
Yeah, he's your employer. He is not your boss. I'm like, man, you getting caught up in semantics, man. Either way, I gotta go to this motherfucking job.
Every day.
Like, everybody, we talk about the words, man. Let's talk about the actions, nigga. Like, nigga, I call the nigga whatever if I could stay home. That nigga could be daddy if I'm sitting at this motherfucking house, nigga.
Right.
Fuck it.
Looking to check.
Yeah, nigga. What? But so yeah, got a new employer or whatever, a new straw boss. So just getting adjusted to that. It's always funny, like dealing with different people and like their work ethic. It's like sometimes you think you're lazy, and then you work with somebody. You're like, oh damn, nigga, I'm actually like really good at my shit. Like
me. It's like, oh shit, nigga. I'm
like when I'm
slack.
what slacking is to me is actually working hard to another motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? I'm a nigga who actually, I begged my parents to get a job. Like when I started working when I was 12. Like I used to ride around with my dad. Like he did construction, so he just let me ride with him and just like he'll pay me like $5-10 an hour just to just sit in the truck, really dig ditches every once in a while, like just bullshit. You know what I mean? Just to keep me out of the streets and shit. But I was begging to go to work, so like I think work ethic is something that you definitely have to be instilled with at a young age. And I just see like now when I work with so many people that are older than me, I'm usually the youngest motherfucker at my job. So it's just like I'm saying like, oh yeah, you just never had it like that work ethic instilled. So like what you define as a hard work day to me is just really bullshit. Like I work because, as I said in other episodes, I don't want to speak to motherfuckers most of the time. Like I
I'm here to do a job.
Yeah, like
there's something to do. I'm here for a purpose.
Yeah, I'm locked in. Like clocking in to me is really locking in. It's like once I'm clocked in, it's like all right, well, I'm gonna work for this time period. You're like, yeah, I'm not like I don't text motherfuckers during my job or set phone calls. Everybody hit me up on my work hours. You know what I'm saying? I'm always answering.
Hey.
But I ain't gonna act like I don't do none of that shit. But at the same time, I'm here to work, bro. Like so, I just think, as I said before, like a lot of people so used to just getting over on motherfuckers. It's like it ain't how I was raised, man. I was just raised on an honest day of work. Like unfortunately,
the quality of work speaks to the content of your character. I remember people pressing me about doing as good as somebody else, and I'm like, yo, I'm gonna do the job I do because that's who I am. It's not a thing about I'm trying to do a good job for somebody else or to look good or I'm in competition. I'm gonna do a good job because I know my work represents who I am as a person. When somebody else leave and ask who else was here and my name come up, shit gonna be right.
And it's just been funny for me because like I'm dealing with, like I said, all these people older than me, so like they're doing all this like shit of trying to fit in with the new boss, and you know everybody trying to throw each other under the bus.
Ass kissing.
Like, nigga, I don't give a fuck about none of this shit, man.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know, every time I gotta say I don't give a fuck to random people for them to understand, but it's weird how, like, I don't know if this is just an American thing. It's just like people really are their jobs once they get to a certain age. They become their jobs. They have nothing else. Sometimes I'll be listening to what the fuck my coworkers say, and I'm just listening like, oh, this motherfucker, this is what he does. Like, this is his shit. Like, he go home and think about this shit. Like, nigga, as soon as I drink and smoke to get every fucking memory of that shit out of my fucking mind and my soul, nigga. I'm washing my clothes, I'm scrubbing my face, I'm exfoliating, nigga. I'm trying to get every essence of my job out of me.
Yeah, and raping your time.
Yeah, so like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not a nigga who goes home and thinks about ways I can come up in the fucking corporate structure and shit. But it's, being around people like that is just, it's funny. Especially when you throw a new boss in it. But that's just really been my week. Watch some new shit, but we can get into that later. I got into Hunters. I know you talked about that on another episode.
Yeah.
I'm like on episode 4 of that. Yeah. Started some new series, but that's about it.
I finally started watching The Boys.
Oh, yeah. Hey, welcome. How you feel?
I fuck with it, man. It wasn't as convoluted as I thought it would be when I heard the topic. When you told me, it was like, yeah, it's like superheroes, but from a PR perspective. I was like, what the fuck? But I get it now. It makes sense.
Yeah. I've been enjoying it, especially season 2 has been great. Thus far, where you at with it, Taji?
Episode 3.
You on episode 3? Yeah.
Yeah, I fell asleep on most of it, but I get the gist.
It's dark.
It's very dark.
Yeah, it's probably the most gruesome show out right now, maybe, man. They got a scene where bitch is getting her ass ate and the dude crushes the dude's face and shit, bruh. Like, bruh, that shit happened. I kind of like jumped back for a second, like when I saw the scene. Like, yeah, know how much? All right, ladies, calm down. I didn't say it. But anyway,
it might be head to head with Lovecraft Country because there's a succubus and they have an interpretation of what like a succubus looks like when it's stealing a man's soul. It was kind of deep. Like it was just really, really metaphoric. Like nowadays, when you look at the way that people are framing dating and relationships, it's an interesting take from a horror perspective to kind of like talk about a lot of the topics. But we'll get into that shit later. But yeah, man, my week was pretty washed. From the perspective of fatigue, I've been tired, man. I ain't never been so tired in my entire life. I realized.
Happy birthday to the youngin'.
Yeah, happy birthday to my daughter. She recently turned 4. And it's dope.
4.
Yeah, right. Yeah, shout out Alley Boy. Duck take, nigga. Real little black mall shit.
Yeah.
But I don't want no smoke, man. We civilians.
We fuck with you. East side.
But that and realizing that I'm getting too old for certain shit. I was tripping one time earlier this week, and I happened to randomly just say the phrase "too old for this shit." He's like, and the person asked me like, "Yo, too old for what?" And I'm like, I'm just too old for certain types of behavior. Like, I don't want to have to deal with another person's anxieties, like, or insecurities. Like, I don't want that shit touching me.
Yeah.
And I'm too old to have to be in an environment where that shit affects my movement, like how I move. I recently just quit my job. Well, one job and got another one, and I'm thinking to myself,
applause.
Yeah, applause break. I'm recently thinking to myself, like, I have to get to a point where I can make money on the move because I don't have to be around the same group of people for a period of time, like an extended period of time. Like, unless I really choose to be. Like, I don't want to have to be forced to work alongside people. And it's funny because in every situation that, even the ones I get along with, people, there's something about it that's like, oh yeah, this ain't me. Like, it's not me.
Yeah, I had them moments a lot. That's kind of why I felt like I kind of shifted the way I move a little bit, because like I kind of had them realizations like, yo, I gotta just start. I mean, I'm always being me. I think everybody, I felt like people feel that way about me, but at the same time, like it's okay to be selfish with my fucking time.
Shit.
Selfish with everything. It's okay, nigga. I got one fucking life, nigga. I'm gonna do what the fuck I want. Like I'm gonna do what feeds me, what makes me feel good. Like, and if people feel a way about that, then they're just gonna feel a way. Like
eat a dick.
Yeah, I can't live my life for everybody else's fucking, you know, what they expect out of me or what they, you know, everybody else's.
I think people think when
idea of me
when they call and they have a request or some sort of expectation of you, that they're the only ones to call and ask anything of you that day.
Yeah. I always think about that with everybody I talk to. I'm like, man, like they got a whole shit they dealing with. So like I usually probably leave with an apology. Like, my bad, but this, you know what I'm saying? Because I already know like every adult that I know has a whole fucking plate of shit that they juggling. Like at the end of the day, like whoever's life you think is nice or great or whatever, they still juggling a pound of shit. That
I call it juggling plates or spinning plates.
Yeah.
Like you always got to keep plates spinning. When shit fuck up, that's a plate falling, and you got to make sure you keep all the other ones spinning.
Yeah, like the nigga told me. I remember, I don't know who said it, but it was like, yo, you know about the 4 pots theory? And I'm just like, what's the 4 pots theory? It's like, yeah, you can only like really pay attention to 2 pots, man. You try to turn on 4 joints on the stove and cook 4 things, you're gonna burn probably 2 of the motherfuckers. So like, I think about my life in that aspect and my approach to it. So it's like, I'm the number 1 pot always. I gotta make sure I'm cooking, I'm doing good.
Right.
So like after that, then I can try to cook a side dish and shit, and I'm down to do it. But nigga, this dish is hard to cook, nigga. It's like one of them blowfish like the Japanese motherfuckers make. Like
take time.
You gotta cut it just right, nigga. It has to be cooked at a certain temperature and shit. Like I can't just, you know, it's a lot to, you know, maybe I think it's every person that has a lot they just, you know, we all got fucking mountains of fucking stress and all kind of shit we got to deal with. So like
trauma.
Yeah, so like you said before
on Twitter all the time.
But like you said, like, so when it comes to people I deal with, it's like I completely agree. It's like I try to deal with people that, I mean, yeah, we all got our insecurities, our flaws, and all that, but like at least have a certain control over them where it's not.
Understand, I'm tucking some shit too. Like, don't assume that you're the only person with shit going on. And part of the reason I got away from this job, not because I don't fuck with it, not because I didn't see potential with it, not because I wasn't good at it. And I think it was just because I was on a leash. I didn't like having to be on a leash. I didn't like my time not being my own. That shit feels like prison. And it's not like I couldn't sacrifice certain shit for it. It's just the things that I would be sacrificing for it, I wasn't willing to do long term. I'm kind of enjoying the point where I can have time to myself to process shit. Like, and it was supposed to be a work from home job, but like even work from home, if you working all day, it's like what do you do? You never get a chance to kind of like decompress. Like you always on edge. So now I've figured out a way to maneuver based off the skill set I have and what I want to do, and make a way. And I think my biggest thing, one of the things I'm realizing is my skill set is building relationships. Like even this podcast, like we started this in many generations of what it is now, or it's been many evolutions of what it is now. And I think we've gotten to a point where our network is our net worth. And I can do that. I look at my creative endeavors that I make hobbies or try to create revenue from are separate but parallel to my work, like the jobs I have. I always got a couple jobs. I always got a couple people I can fall back on, shit like that. So I think it just, if I can maneuver it, like whatever I feel like form, follow, function, if I can maneuver it like I'm doing all of my creative endeavors and just create a sort of synchronicity, like the shit just line up, I think I can still make money and do what I need to do, and then have more time to dive into the personal shit, the shit that I really have a passion for.
I think that speaks to like what we talked about on the last episode. Again, callbacks, but
Message.
You talking about shit, man. Like you do kind of. I think everybody kind of has that point in their life where you kind of got to figure out if history rewards the brave a little bit. So like, eventually. If you're
that's definitely been this week. This week is like one of those things where you're testing the limits on whether you stupid or brave.
Yeah, if you're any type of creative, I think you have that moment where like you're just so frustrated on being on that leash where it's like, man, motherfucker,
I'll fuck some shit up.
Yeah, I'll fucking fall on my ass at this point if that's the case.
I don't care.
I can't keep doing this shit. You know what I mean? Like, cause I definitely have those moments every week or two. Shit, like yo, fuck this shit, nigga. I can sell dope.
I can't tell you how many times I've had a motherfucker at this job tell me, nigga, shit, I ain't gotta go for this shit, nigga. I get it out the street. We having work meetings, niggas bring guns in and shit. I was looking like, bro, y'all niggas so pseudo tough, man. Like life bad enough as is.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Vera, but she always be saying like, when a motherfucker don't have enough problems going on in their life, they just tend to create them. You just see that shit in people. It's like,
yeah, man.
It's just like, man,
we don't have to be like this.
Yeah, like,
it doesn't have to be this way.
Yeah, I think sometimes it feels like in America, like, I mean, I ain't been enough places to be talking about this shit, but this is all I know. But it feels like here sometimes everybody is in Hollywood. Like everybody's playing a fucking role and shit. Like nobody.
You're the star of your movie.
Yeah, like
it's not like that.
Like everybody feels like they need to be the character of themselves rather than themselves. Like it's always like a bigger version of me. Like, motherfucker, I be in the streets, nigga. I tote guns, nigga. Fuck it, nigga. I be on some fucking shit.
I feel like this nigga really trying me.
Yeah, all that type of shit. It's just like, I mean, if you gotta say it to me, then you don't feel like that. Because if a nigga really felt it, you just move, nigga.
Just move on
like, anytime a nigga says anything, I always felt like, I mean, that nigga don't really mean it because he said it. Like I seen motherfuckers do some shit and they didn't say nothing, man.
Right.
They didn't say shit. Right. I was like, oh shit, nigga, what the fuck? Like,
telling the nigga what happened.
Yeah, like, oh, then that nigga just did some. Like, it's always that. Like, yo, that motherfucker, I turned to the left and he already had the shit out or whatever the case is. Like, so I've been in them I've been on both sides. Yeah. Oh yeah. All right. Pull the strap out. Even that's a pause.
A firearm.
Yeah, man. Oh, this motherfucker is bearing arms. Yeah, he's getting the Second Amendment on.
Niggas don't know what that is. Pause.
Was that gay marriage, nigga? What they on?
Second Amendment's gay marriage, bro. Pause. Shout out to Alphabet Boys and girls.
Yeah. But yeah, man, motherfucker say it, man. That nigga ain't about shit, man. That nigga waiting for some confirmation.
Yeah, hit dog holler.
Cause trust me, man, I'm a nigga who's skinny and I ain't fighting no motherfucker. And the first thing I'm gonna do is not tell you what the fuck I'm gonna do, nigga. I'm not telling you shit, nigga. I'm just gonna do it, nigga. The power is in me catching you off guard, nigga. The power is in the surprise, nigga.
Yo, most fights I've ever been in, the only thing I've said is you got it.
Yeah.
Anytime I get into a confrontation, the first thing out of my mouth is, you got it.
I just say, yo, I'll see you later, bro. I'm going to see you later. It's cool, yeah. It's cool, bro. Like, Atlanta too small, nigga. I'll find you, bro. I'll be up all night.
And that goes for any of you niggas.
Hey, this shit
podcast, rappers, baby daddies.
Next motherfucker mention my name.
Owes me money. Fucking dead, B.
He said some more jealous bullshit about me, B. Yeah, man.
I got my little man.
Yeah, man. Shout out Mitch, man. Mekhi Phifer with your fat ass.
Nigga, my favorite meme right now is Mekhi Phifer with the cigarette. When he's stressed. That shit is so real, bro. That shit's so real to me. I've tweeted it at least twice this week.
It's crazy how like Paid in Full is still living on so strong, bro. Like,
nigga, it's a classic, bro.
This shit really is the Boys in the Hood of our generation.
Nigga, it's better than Boys in the Hood.
Yeah, much better.
I think Paid in Full is like Goodfellas. Like Paid in Full and Goodfellas comparison would probably be a great dialogue, because you see the breakdown of like people who came up getting money together. They were friends. Like, what was it, Henry and Paulie?
Never seen Goodfellas.
Oh shit.
Definitely no Paid in Full.
That's almost like Rico and Mitch.
Oh, Rico and Mitch.
Rico and Mitch, they came up.
No. Oh yeah, in prison. Yeah.
Came up in prison together and built a relationship. That was cool. They became brothers based off of a separate relationship, or like close based off a separate relationship, just like in Goodfellas. I don't think Paid in Full could have been a lot longer, but I don't think they would have allowed.
Definitely could have been a lot longer.
I don't think they would have allowed
let a black movie.
A black movie like that be that long. Like,
that shit could have been.
But it could have been crazy, because they've had
bro. They could have expounded on so many story aspects of the movie, bro.
And low key now that it's been done, you can't go back and do shit. Like you can't go back and do shit.
You give it 20 years, it'll be another movie based on Ace.
Yeah, but do you want to see it?
Yeah.
Who?
Because what's the movie with one has got the Leonardo DiCaprio and the stock market.
Oh, you're talking about
there's two versions. Yeah, and there's what's the other movie with The Greed is Good, Gordon Gekko. What's that movie? Wall Street.
Wall Street.
It's called Wall Street.
It's the same shit.
Yeah. They're both based on fucking same dude. Yeah. So, I mean,
I didn't know that either.
Yeah. You're welcome. Right. So if they can
Encyclopedia Draft.
And I want to say the other movie is also based on him too, with
Boiler Room.
Really?
Ooh, Giovanni Ribisi.
Yeah.
And Vin Diesel.
Mm-hmm. Boiler Room is actually it's a really
Boiler
good
Room
movie.
is amazing.
Yeah, it's a great
soundtrack.
Yeah. Wasn't Neil Long in that?
Neil Long, Ben Affleck.
Yeah, great movie, man.
Giovanni Ribisi.
That's the old white guy.
Seth Green. Jamie Kennedy's in it.
He is in it.
Jamie Kennedy's in it. Yeah.
Jamie
Washed. Washed as fuck.
You drop a Jamie Kennedy reference.
MTV Spring Break, you bitch.
I'm back, baby.
You wasn't outside.
Nigga, I was out when Jamie Kennedy was out there, nigga.
Jamie Kennedy Experiment.
Oh, yeah, that was a really dope show, bro, on the low, bro. That was a great show.
You niggas think you washed?
Yeah, nigga. The white rapper movie and shit. Mm-hmm. Malibu's Most Wanted. Yeah.
Oh, a classic, nigga.
Yeah. It was something.
Classic. A classic, nigga. Vomit. Clean it up with Comet.
Bro,
Earth is my planet. Nigga, that's just a bar.
Did we do Watch Moments yet?
Did we? I can do mine.
Yeah.
I lost my car keys. I lost all my keys, bro.
Where my keys at, honey?
I've openly said I think when I start losing my mind, bro, just let me know. If I seem completely ridiculous, shout out my nigga Treybo. I remember one time I was tripping. I did like 4 tabs. And I made a note to be like, yo, let me put my phone away. Let me not have any contact with the outside world. I'm gonna settle in. Not enough. Didn't turn my phone on silent, didn't turn it off. Phone ring, a play come through. I'm like, boom, man, it's my homeboy. I let him call up. He pulls up on me. And I caught on a bootleg version of the Avengers, so it's already cloudy. And I'm watching the shit. He pull up. Trip takes full swing. I can hear what he's saying, but I don't understand shit. So I'm just talking about shit that we both have in common. Like, yeah. So what about the Falcons, bro? It's like summertime.
Who the fuck about that shit?
I was like, yo, so what? You know what I'm saying? Music. You like songs? This nigga, he give me, he be like $6. I give him like a 3.5. He leave. I remember I saw the most puzzled look I've ever seen on a man's face in person. I was like, all right, bro. You talked to Nick lately? No? He's like, nah, bro. I ain't talked to Nick. All right, man, I'm gonna holler at you. Go back inside. Shout out Trevo. Trevo told me later, he was like, yo, bro, I was really concerned. He's like, he text Coop and was like, yo, I think Sean finally gone. I think he's gone. I texted him like 2 a.m. like, bro, listen.
It's not me, bro.
I was on 4 of them. He was like, nigga, I had a whole conversation in the car with myself on the way back to the crib. Like, yo, what do we do? What do we do? I've never seen a crazy person in person.
Watch this nigga fall apart in person.
I came face to face with the demon.
Yeah.
But I don't know where we came from with that.
Wash moment.
Let me light my blunt. I'm sorry.
You sound like Lil Wayne.
All right.
Lighter.
I got this poor nigga lighter. I still feel jealous, man. I gotta get me a Zippo now. But I lost my keys. Yeah, Zippo gang, bro. All right. That's gonna be our chaining day, bro. You lit, bro.
I always said I was gonna get a Zippo around my neck.
Really?
Yeah.
Iced out Zippo?
Yep.
You got anything on it?
Always got a lighter. I don't know, man.
Just a plain iced out Zippo?
It's actually functional.
Right, just all gold. Probably that solid gold Zippo.
Smaller or true to size?
Nah, small. Yeah. Gotta be small.
Gotta be small. A mini
be a
Zippo?
choker.
Yeah. A choker?
A choker with a Zippo right there.
Like, I mean, the Zippo itself, would it be smaller?
Yeah.
Okay.
Nah, not this size. Nah, man. Big change is over with. Shout out Lil Uzi.
True to form.
Yeah.
But yeah, I lost my keys.
Yeah, losing your keys is definitely some old nigga shit.
And I had to get another set of keys made. It happened at the worst possible time. Shout out to Illustrate. You know what I'm saying? New equipment. You see us getting money or not.
Shout out to Illustrate. Thank you.
We need to make getting bargains a cool thing, man. Coupon click.
I just, all right, never mind.
But
there's no such thing as a bargain. Let me just get this out. Fuck it. No such thing as a bargain. You go to the thrift store, and I don't know if anybody's ever seen that episode of Seinfeld where, like, George buys the fucking cashmere that's discounted, and it has that little red dot on it. Yep. That's everything. That's a bargain. It's just not a bargain, bro. I work retail.
Something's wrong with
Yeah. That's why it's cheap. Everything is cheap for a reason.
pessimistic draft.
I said this shit on Twitter, man, and I guess this will be my wash moment. I said, yo, like, dating in your 30s is like thrifting. Because it's like, I mean, even when you think you get a deal, you're like, you'll get home, like, and you'll wear that shirt enough, you're like, oh yeah, this shit don't fit. Just like, I see why this nigga gave this shit away.
This sleeve is longer than the other.
Like, oh.
I had a Woolworth sweater that had like suede patches. That shit was, washed. Washed. But it was crazy. Fuck y'all niggas. It had suede patches on the elbow. I used to love that shit. And like the more I wore it, the more I realized what was wrong with it. It had holes in it. I was like, oh, this shit got it was moth eating at the bottom. The suede patches got extremely dirty. It was so crazy. I was like, man, this is a terrible sweater. And eventually it just disintegrated.
Mm-hmm. And that goes to my wash moment.
Yep. And there we are.
Sometimes I feel like, dating in your 30s, man, this shit is so treacherous. Even though I'm in a happy, loving relationship right now, man.
Applause break.
Yeah, clap for me. I'm just saying.
Must be nice.
Sometimes you be out here, man.
Having someone to boo love with in the middle of the night must be. Shout out Stripes Jennison.
Yeah. Stripes Jennings, nigga. Nigga in the feds. Yeah, but
that nigga free, bro.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he was fighting with David Banner on some panel about Black Lives Matter or some shit.
Shout out to that nigga. But yeah, man, just dating in your 30s, man. Just I peeked out there, and I said it, and I was like, oh shit. I sent this little back and forth that I had right quick to everybody that I knew, and like this chick was like, she was like, yo, what's your birthday? I was like, January 10th. And she was just like, oh, damn, that's my daughter's birthday. And the chick messaged me the next day, and she was just like, I was just like, so like, where's your, how old is your daughter? She's like, what kids? So, I don't have a kid. I don't know what you're talking about. I kept looking at my phone. I was like, man, I gotta get yeah. I was good right where I was at. I'm Gucci, bro. The street ain't nothing out here on these streets at all.
At all.
Ain't shit out here on these streets, man.
At all. So, Donald J. Trump, Cheeto man.
Donald Jr. Trump. This has been a name, Junior, right? Like black niggas.
Donald Jr. Trump.
White people don't get named Junior. That's just a black thing, right?
Yeah. I remember they gave a nickname to a nigga. His name was Junior, just because he was the foreman's favorite. The foreman was white.
But it's a lot of motherfuckers really named Junior, like J-U, whatever how you spell it. Yeah, that. But the
I
letters.
thought it was like a nickname, like man.
Nah, it's people actual name Junior. Man. Yeah.
Hey, is that only a black thing? I've never met a white man.
Yeah.
Ooh, bar. Ooh, nigga.
I ain't never met
Never met a white man, bro. Shout out to Blue Ivy, bro. Ain't that a bar from Blue Ivy? I never met a white man.
All right.
Yup.
I thought it was never seen the roof in my life, but
oh, that was it. Yeah, same shit, bro.
Yeah, man. So shout out to Donald J. Trump, man. Apparently he has tested positive for COVID. With our hearts of every American is with Mr. Trump.
Yeah.
And this time of need, man, you know.
Breathe deep.
Yeah, man. Part of me doesn't feel like this shit is real, to be completely honest. Yep. I feel like this is another political ploy to be like, to him show that the disease isn't that powerful. So he's going to first be like, you know what, I had COVID. Motherfucker, I shook that shit off, man. Like 3 days, nigga.
Backhand bounce my way out.
Yeah. Took some vitamin C, nigga, beat my dick, fuck some bitches. Nigga, we was out that hoe.
Like, shout out Stormy Daniels.
Shout out to the storm. Shout out to the goddess. Sucking mad dick, B.
Suck a lot of dick.
Bitch, suck a lot of dick, B.
A lot of coke.
Do a lot of coke, too, probably. But yeah, man. I definitely
That's the second pay the full reference of this podcast, too, man.
Hey, man, rack them up.
We get 3, man.
3, nigga. Everybody gets a prize. Everybody gets a free taco from Taco Bell.
Only beans.
Yeah. Show your AK and they'll give you a free taco.
Hey,
bro.
man. Tell them you know us. Wash guards. They said I show my AK, y'all give me free tacos, nigga.
Point it directly at the cashier and don't mention my name.
Say wash guards. Just say wash guards.
Repeat it over and over. Give you free tacos.
The whole episode, our faces gonna be blurred out like on cops. But yeah, man.
Shout out to Trump, man. Yeah, I definitely.
Soon. Shrug.
Yeah, I don't know how we feel about this as American people, man.
Because if he dies, then what?
Yeah.
What we do then?
Yeah, we pinched up. Yeah, but Pence ain't winning no election. That's for damn sure.
That may be the best case scenario then. Donald Trump dies. Pence is the president for the rest of this term, and then Biden is a shoo-in. Damn.
What Republican president has time to run in that shorter time? And how do they even do it? Do they
ain't got no
postpone it?
stars.
Do they give people time to run, or they just make
y'all ain't
Pence
got no
be the
stars.
only option?
Y'all like the Brooklyn Nets. Y'all got KD, but what he doing?
Yeah. I don't know if Pence is KD, but I hear what you're saying. But yeah,
I mean, Trump would be KD. Trump KD. If Trump died, you know what I'm saying?
Man, Kyrie, pretty straight. I feel like Biden, if anything, is KD. Kamala's Kyrie. Because if Biden died, I mean, she could still run. Like, she was running already.
Yeah, Kamala is Kyrie. You're right.
Yeah.
So Biden, KD, Kamala, Kyrie.
I already don't trust her like Kyrie, so. Shout out to
I don't know
Kyrie.
what you on.
Shout out to my dog.
You right about some shit, but you wrong about a lot. Yeah,
yeah.
Kyrie and Kamala, they both got names that start with a K.
Yeah. Anyway,
you gotta keep your third eye open.
it's been funny, like, because so I talked about how I watched like a lot of new new series rather, and the main thing I've been seeing in between all the little commercial breaks, because I got the cheap version of Hulu. Shout out to my ladies.
Shout out to my ladies.
But just to let you know just let you know what you're getting into, man.
Oh my God, that's just so funny.
Yeah, the $5.99 Hulu.
I can't watch Power.
Nope.
Nope.
It's a 99-cent add-on that I'm not willing to deal with at the moment.
That's all commercials. They just show you the commercials. Shout out to all my ladies.
All right, that's the name of the pod. Shout out to my ladies. I've been waiting on it. I've been shouting y'all out for episodes, man.
That shit took me out.
They don't never shout back. That's what's so fucked up, man.
Yo, we gotta get the cam. Hey, ladies. Like every time we say shout out to my ladies.
That would be perfect.
Oh my God.
Yeah, shout out to my ladies, man. Once again. My goddesses. hey, ladies. You know what I'm saying? Draft always do it for y'all, man. It's always a misconception about me, man, that I'm trying to like hash out through this pod. Everybody's been calling me a sexist for years.
I got a cheap version of it. Shout out to my ladies.
I'm gonna keep shouting y'all out, man. You don't draft do it for y'all, man. Only do it for the ladies, man. Yeah, man.
Oh shit.
Yeah, man.
Oh shit.
It's fucked up because every time I always try to show love to women, everybody just bust out laughing and shit. I'm like, nah. Shut up.
You making it funny. You shut the fuck up, man. Shut up. Shut the fuck up.
I'm like, nah, nigga, I'm serious. I really fuck with bitches, man.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, shit. Yeah, man.
Hey, ladies. Oh, shit.
But the one thing I noticed as I've been watching, as I've been watching all this like new shit, like every time it's a fucking commercial break, my $5.99 Hulu ass. You can't afford the whole film, but
This nigga watching Indiana Jones, Legend of the Crystal Skull with commercials. This shit 2 hours and 15 minutes. He done fell asleep twice.
Hell yeah, that's the beauty of it.
Yup.
You don't miss too much.
Hell no, you don't give a fuck when you wake up.
Nigga, we still on the first scene, nigga.
Oh shit, we good.
We only 30 minutes in, nigga.
He ain't even met Shia LaBeouf yet. He don't know he got a son. Shout out to all my niggas, man. I'm trying to find my son.
But yeah, shout out to Anchor, man. All this Democracy Now shit. Like, everywhere I turn, it's a motherfucker telling me to vote. Like, I don't know what you're doing, but you need to vote. I'm watching porn and like the bitch turn around. I know you're being your dick right now. I know you're loving every moment of this, but put your dick away and vote. Pornhub got a whole campaign about putting your dick away and voting and shit. Like, I can't turn away from this shit. But it just feels like it's everywhere. Like, it's kind of disgusting, man. It's kind of like propaganda. It's like, it feels like, to me, it's like a tracking system. Like, let's flush all these Mexicans out. Like, nigga, let's let's track all y'all niggas down. They got warrants and all this other shit, nigga. Like, nah, nigga, I'm straight. It's like all ex-cons can vote. Like, I don't know, man. At the same time, it's like I've been saying over and over, if a motherfucker loses the popular vote and then someone else wins the election, why would I have confidence in that election going forward? Like, you just literally showed me that the popular vote doesn't matter. So, like, my vote is the popular vote. Like, I'm not a fucking delegate.
Yeah. When they explained the electoral college to me, yeah. I was like, so what are we doing? What y'all doing? Like, and I've never voted. My background didn't allow me to vote or didn't encourage me to vote. And once I got to a point where I could make my own decisions, I didn't see the value in it. But when I do look at people who are really, really passionate about politics, it just looks like a religion to me. It's not necessarily based on facts. It's based on how you feel.
Yep. And
you got to be careful of anything in culture and society that looks like groupthink. You got to be able to have one of the things I fuck with World War Z for, even though it's a weird movie. I need to go back and watch it.
I enjoyed it. It's some Tom Cruise shit, right?
No, Brad Pitt. Come on, man. Don't disrespect my nigga.
Fuck, I burnt the shit off. Oh, fuck. That hurt.
You burnt the shit out of me too, man.
Fuck. Me too. I'm not used to this arm and shit, yeah.
But yeah.
Shout out to Illustrate, man.
She got two hands and fucked up still.
I'm used to holding the mic and shit, man. I don't know what to do with my hands. Anyway.
I forgot what the fuck I was talking about.
World War Z.
Oh, World War Z is like the 10th man theory, I think it is. Like there was a panel of people who would test out theories on how to fix this problem, and the 10th man's job was just to disagree.
Oh, it's like the dentist. 9 out of 10 dentists agree that flossing is good.
So
shout out to that one dentist, man, that don't really fuck with flossing. He's like, nah, nigga, fuck that flossing shit. Nigga, I ain't about this shit, nigga. Fuck
I'm
flossing,
about the culture, nigga.
Nigga, I come from the hood, nigga.
Yeah, I'm about the culture, nigga. Yeah.
We ain't got strings where I come from,
Maybe dentists with chains. Dentists out here driving Bentleys and shit, nigga.
Nigga, I'm a Crip, nigga. I don't floss, nigga.
I don't floss, nigga. Not ever, nigga.
Nah, man, but yeah. Yeah, man. I always feel like I'm the 10th man in life. Like, and it's always, I don't know if it's that I'm a contrarian, because I always hear that, oh, nigga, you just disagree to disagree. Like, nah, I mean, maybe, but like,
that
also,
shit don't feel right.
Every time everybody agrees with something, it's like, I don't know, man. Let me look at this shit a little bit.
Like when you listen to music and the song that you fuck with, that's like the box theory. Every time you listen to an album, you're like, oh shit, this is a song that's hot, and then it hit the radio. You're like, not everybody love it. You don't like it as much.
Yeah, but with the box theory, when I heard that the box, I was like, oh yeah, this shit about to go. I really didn't think it was gonna go crazy, but I was like, yo,
this the one.
Like, I don't know about this new nigga rap shit, but like, as far as new nigga rap goes, woo, this nigga got him a flamer, nigga. Pause. But
good call.
That was a heat check. Shout out to Jimmy Butler.
Shout out Jimmy Butler, nigga.
Jimmy Buckets, baby. Let's get this money, nigga. 2-1. Hey, let's go. Eric Spoelstra. But
shout out Jimmy Buckets. Yeah, somebody told me this nigga was he's like, yo, this nigga's ugly. That's why he look like the Black Yosemite Sam right now.
I fuck with Jimmy, man. That's one of my favorite players in the NBA. Just because he don't give a fuck. Like, he's so, like, fuck it about his shit. Like, I can tell he disrespect all his teammates. Like,
he talked about that shit. And I respected the conversation just based off the fact that people look at us and they be like, damn, y'all be so mean to each other. It's like, nigga, we talk shit. Nigga, that's what you do.
Yeah.
And you talk shit to keep a nigga on the square. Like,
yeah. It's funny because I was dealing with a certain female years ago, and I remember she was like, man, like, all of y'all are just pieces of shit. All y'all do is just shit on each other all day. Like, I'm just like, nah, man, but that's what, like, let you know that we paying attention. Like, we give a fuck. Like, because Like, a lot of times, like, I watch a nigga fall right on his face and I don't say a motherfucking word. Like, best believe if I care about you, if I give a fuck about you, that means I said some shit.
Yeah.
Like, whatever it was, whether it's positive or negative, because I don't say shit to motherfuckers. I watch motherfuckers fall on their ass all day, and I don't give a fuck. Like, nigga, that ain't my job to be, you know what I'm saying? I'm not Coach Carter, nigga. I'm not trying to save everybody and shit.
Hurricane season, man.
Like, that ain't my job. Like, but the people I care about, best believe, if you stand beside me, you doing some wild shit that I feel like I need to say something about, then I'm gonna say it. Like, you know, it is what it is. You know, whether it's shitting on you or whatever, or if you're just making fun of your parents or some shit, or whatever the case is, like, nigga, let's keep you fresh. We just try and keep you on point. Like, whatever we do, we keeping each other on point. Like, that's all we do. Like, it may come off as shitty in a moment, but you thankful that your nigga told you rather than just a random
Somebody
person
on the street.
Yeah. I much rather one of my niggas tell me, like, yo, nigga, that shit is trash that you got on, nigga. What the fuck is you wearing, nigga? Like, I'd much rather us have a conversation at home than to step out and feeling like I'm fresh or whatever, or a nigga tell you, like, nigga, you know, whatever the case is. Like, nigga, you got some shit on your face. You got some shit on your teeth.
Booger in your nose.
Like, my favorite Kobe quote is, like, R.I.P. Kobe. He was talking about, like, it's two kinds of people. It's, like, these type of people that'll watch you have some shit in your teeth and watch you embarrass yourself. And it's another type of person that's going to tell you. He's like, I'm the person that's going to tell you, like, I'm the person who tell you, look, you got some fucking spinach in your teeth. You look like a fucking idiot right now talking all this shit with spinach in your teeth. Like, so I think that goes with, like, kind of realness and shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you cut from a certain cloth. Like, you ain't going to let your homie walk around with some shit on his face. So you make sure. Like, in every mistake is some shit on your face. I'm going to make sure my niggas ain't got no shit on their face before we step out. But I don't know where the fuck we started from.
Trump got COVID.
Voter pressure too. But yeah, man. So, like, everybody, I'm not telling niggas to vote or not telling niggas to vote. You know, do what you want to do, man. But, you know, it's funny to see all this propaganda within media. Like, I don't know, man. Like,
At what point do you feel like you're not living in a controlled state?
I never not felt like that. I think when you're black, you always feel like you're living in control state. Like the main fear of white people is like, they're taking away our rights and our freedoms. Like, I'm a black nigga. What freedom do I have?
Yeah, what are you talking about?
Nigga, I walk on eggshells everywhere the fuck I go. Like, everywhere is fucking,
innate.
I'm walking on ice, nigga.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know when the fuck I could fall. Like, I get too froggy with this shit, a motherfucker blow my brains out, and all the white people act like that shit ain't happen. Like,
Right.
that shit happens every other day. Shout out to that black lady that got killed. Like, she went out with a whole group of white ladies. They just reopened the case. So shout out to her. I'm sure I ain't got names, and y'all like, wait, who it is? But I don't know. Do your research, nigga. We the wash guys. I'm washed up. But we do this shit. But all right, man. Shout out to strippers.
Yeah, apparently strippers are doing cyber
stripping.
Cyber chat room stripping.
Yeah.
I hate it.
It's funny because
Shout out to Magic City, man. Y'all courageous. Y'all essential workers.
Yeah, y'all risking the COVID, shaking that ass.
No mask and shit.
Yeah, pussy got all kind of COVID soaking in that motherfucker. I was like, nigga, when we went to Strokers, I was just looking at all the COVID pussy like, damn, nigga. I bet her shit cough. But like,
sneeze.
Like, I don't know, man. I really don't know.
Where is your nose running?
It's really so fucked up because, like, I think
Your
that
pussy nose running.
if you really go back to, like, the early episodes of us, like, I was kind of like a COVID denier, like, a little bit. Mm-hmm. And
then Trump got it.
I was like, oh shit, man. When our people got it now?
Driving Proud Boy.
Proud Boys, what up? Keep me safe, nigga. When the revolution comes, nigga. I'm just trying to be alive, man.
Yeah, at the end of the day, man.
All the noble niggas got killed, man.
Yeah. Where the guns at? From the front to back.
Nah, I was one of them niggas like, I don't know if COVID is real. And after months of everybody dying, I still don't know what's up. I'm not a denier, but I just don't know what's what, man. It's a weird thing. If I've been working this whole time, so it's just like I don't know if I'm just like patient one. I'm just immune to it because I'm so soaked in all the COVID, or already.
I drank tap water growing up.
I don't know if it's the slave theory. I don't know if it's eugenics.
Tuskegee experiment.
Yeah, I just don't know what's what.
Eugenics.
What do y'all think about COVID? Do y'all think it's what
I
they
try
say
not
it
to
is?
think about it. The more I hear about statistics worldwide, the more I believe in it. But at the end of the day, I still gotta go to work. I'm taking my time to not do shit now between quitting a job and starting another one. So I think I'm formulating opinions about the outside world in this little gap. Because other than that, like you, I've been working. I've been there.
So I'm saying, based on if you had to remove all media and you just base your opinion on your
Perception.
interaction based on your real human interaction in the outside world, would you feel like you were in a pandemic?
No.
And that's what's so tricky about this shit, you know? I'm not saying my bad, that shit is real or it's false, but it's just like,
Do that shit again.
but nah, like sometimes I'll just be looking around. It's like, man, shit has changed because they told us it should change. Like, I don't know, like, nigga, I'm not walking. Like, we always read these stories about, like, the Black Plague and the bubonic plague and all this shit where motherfuckers are walking down the streets and dead bodies was everywhere. And, like, when niggas talk about a pandemic, that's kind of like the shit. Not saying, like, exactly.
What I will say about COVID, it made me think about Wag the Dog, the movie Wag the Dog, where they manufacture a war just based on media and the images that they put out. And I think that speaks to anything now. Whatever type of hysteria you want to incite amongst the masses, you just do it based off whatever.
And I sometimes I thought about
you put out publicly.
I thought about like how like they started saying how black people are the main people that get it, and it's like I also feel like black people are masters of media. Like we have a certain way of getting our message out somehow. Like despite finances, despite resources, somehow our voice is electric. Like it gets out to the world. So like if you tell us,
culture is our currency.
So you tell us like, yo, this is fucking up black people, nigga. We can get that message out because we make shit popping. So it's like if we start masking, like we can get us to believe and get the world to believe. Like,
we can get kente cloth masks out there to the world.
Yeah, it's just like I don't know. It's always hard to decide what side I'm like side on, like because fuck. I work at a fucking pharmacy. Like I watch old people coming in and out that motherfucker every day. Motherfuckers coming there with no mask, coughing, and these just
Look
niggas
strong as ever.
yeah, like nigga, I'm waiting on all these motherfuckers
They
to
look
die.
like regular old niggas.
Yeah, like I'm not seeing a difference in the actual like structure.
When they
of
said like the high risk age was 65 to 80 or some shit, I was like, them people on their way out anyway.
Yeah, like what does that mean? What does that mean? My mom is 67. Like, I think
you start prepping for these things.
Yeah.
We've already had this. I know my mom, based on my religious background, I knew what a durable power of attorney was early. Like I knew how to talk my way around people who were physicians in a state of crisis. Even just with family. I remember growing up, I saw a lot of death early, like going to funerals and shit. So knowing that and seeing the way people react to just facts, the fact that people from 65 to 70 have health risks, they run the risk of getting cancer. That's why they started changing the way people eat.
It's
There are
like-
these diets.
it's like a motherfucker telling me somebody from 65 to 80 or 90 or whatever the
If
fucking.
you smoke, you at risk of dying early.
What news is that to anybody?
It's
Like,
on
I'm
every
trying to
pack of
figure out.
cigarettes.
Yeah.
It's a whole truth campaign. Truth.com was going up during
But
South
not
by.
even like anytime you're 65, it's just like everything is a fucking health risk, nigga.
Yeah.
Nigga, doing push-up is a health risk, nigga. Like it just is what it is. Like
Eating breakfast is a health risk.
we got a lot of processed food. We got a lot of bullshit that's going on. We got bad environment, so our life expectancy is lower. I just like heard this podcast. I can't remember which one it was, but they talked about how the life expectancy in America is going down. And like that has to do with a lot of factors outside of COVID. So I'm not saying I'm not a COVID denier. I'm not telling people not to wear masks because I wear masks all the fucking time.
Same.
But it's just hard to believe our media. I think we believe like we live in an age that we don't necessarily need to believe everything the media tells us because everybody has a fucking agenda. The media is purchased. Like everybody owns this motherfucker. So like. Whoever that guy that owns that media company is, like
he gonna push his message.
Yeah, you think this motherfucker that owns NBC or CBS or CNN or wherever the fuck or Fox or think they have ideals that they want to make sure they get across? You don't think they're power hungry? Like absolute power corrupts absolutely, as they say. So like anybody with that much power definitely has agendas.
Philosophical draft.
Another shade of draft. But
50 Shades of Draft.
50 Shades of Draft. That's another pod name.
Don't go too far.
Yeah, man. So like I said before, man, vote, not vote, do your thing. One thing I thought about too is like, nigga, we trusting the USPS or FedEx with our votes? Like, and everybody's confident in that? Nigga, I don't even trust them niggas with my sneakers, nigga. And we talking
t-shirts.
About, much less like American government. Nigga, what the fuck? Like,
it took me 7 days to get this hat.
Nigga, like, you just never know what
it
this
said 3 to 5.
Yeah.
It said a work week.
Yeah, I got some shit ordered that I can't talk about on TV, but you know what I'm saying? That shit took years to get here. You know what I'm saying? So
Pussy.
Yeah. My mail order bride took months. Apparently, they said some shit about citizenship or some shit. But nah.
My Wayfair got recalled.
My desk.
Got 2 hours of desk.
My large pizza. My Papa John. All right, pause.
What?
All right, cool. All right.
Nigga older than old man. That's not pedophilia. That's just weird.
Yeah, all right, man. I'm gonna take a piss, man. That's what we're gonna do right now.
Yeah, and on
we
to
back.
the next. What you been watching?
Yeah, I watched. Like I said, I started The Hunters this week. So
how you feel?
I've enjoyed it. It's been cool. Al Pacino playing a Jewish guy is interesting. But
compare his character to Scarface. Who's
I think
better acted?
He's probably better at this. I think he's got his chops.
All right.
He's pretty good at it.
She a tiger. She a tiger.
I'm also a guy that doesn't know shit about Jewish culture or Spanish culture. So you're welcome, ladies. But
hey, ladies.
But I fought with The Hunters, man. It's been interesting to watch it because like they do like a lot of like little recalls to the Holocaust. So it kind of feels like Django, like with multiple people. It's just kind of like, show you the slave clips and they show a motherfucker killing it. So I had this thought. This really has nothing to do with anything, but I thought about this as I was watching it. I was like, yo, I wonder if everybody else cinema is like this, like the way like America, we always justify killings. Like we always got to do a revenge plot. So it's like, all right, man, he's killing people, but it's okay because they did this. There's always that. That's always a theme in that movie.
There's gonna be a vigilante. Like it's like why we like comic books. There's always somebody fighting for the underdog.
But even with that, it's just like the revenge killing aspect of it. But like, why is it always like?
Because you want to feel like the underdog is gonna have somebody
finally have his moment.
Yeah. And provide justice. That's why you got Black Panther dropping during this time period. Like why it made sense. It's just our time. It's the hero's journey for every generation. It's why you had Hercules. It's why you had fucking Rocky. It's why you got all that shit.
Yeah, but a lot, even with like Hercules, like the thing about Greek mythology, like they would conquer one person. With American culture, motherfuckers go on killing sprees where they just like, You killed my daughter. I think
it's ideals. I think it's ideals. Like if you look at Greek mythology,
because what mass killings are in a noble part of anybody else's culture.
Like I said, if you look at Greek mythology,
not noble parts.
If you look at Greek mythology, all of the sort of the monsters that he embarked or that he encountered were based on ideals of society.
Yeah, but it would be
it's like there are people who represent an ideal in a movie like Death Sentence with Kevin Bacon. Like this gang rapes his wife, kills his kid.
So he goes on a spree.
So he goes on a killing spree. And
it's not all rapists though. It's just some guys that are just guys that he's fucking.
But it's killing off an ideal that people like that who appreciate or who
accept that type
of behavior from people that are around. They all gotta go. Yeah. So it's killing off an ideal. So it kind of fits the same.
But I don't
narrative.
think any other culture does that.
A lot of cultures do it.
They talk about killing off a whole entire ideal.
Yeah. They encourage it in religion.
No, that's noble. That's looked at.
What do you mean? That there was propaganda media during the Holocaust.
Yeah, but that's not. We look back at that shit now. I'm talking about in present day. We still look at this shit like it's noble. Like it's been the constant talk like in American culture. It's like we gotta like just no. I don't think it's human nature. I think that's American culture. That's just American culture. Like,
I think
to say the bad guys are doing this, we gotta step in and set them straight. Like nobody else is doing that shit but us. Like this is America. And forever. What other country steps in and say, "Yo," like, because if that was the case,
I think the only people we have documentation of is World War II, just because they were so good with media.
There's so many. You think if Haiti's not stepping in with Black Americans, like or whoever,
they don't have the power or the influence.
Egyptians, like nobody has stepped in and said, "Yo, you got to stop the way y'all treating black people." Like, I don't think
Egyptians had that concern during that time period, but I do feel like they had an influence.
All right, let's go Mexican Americans.
What do you mean?
They have the most gunpowder out of anybody. You don't think they know that Mexican Americans are being mistreated over here? Ain't no cartels like, fuck it, we're going to war with America right now. Like, they're not doing that shit. Like,
it's not fucking up the bread.
It's just an American thing. Like, we're the only people that does this shit. Like, hold on, we're going to save the world. Hold on, we're America. We know what's right. Yeah.
I think that's because our investment is usually in other people's resources. So when we see an opportunity to gain something, we involve ourselves.
Yeah. But it's just like that's only us doing that shit. We intervene in everybody else's shit. Like everybody knows, like people are like you said, like in other episodes, motherfuckers protesting everywhere because they see what happened to George Floyd. But ain't nobody coming over here and dropping bombs. Like, but we do that shit all the fucking time. Like, oh, they're persecuting, whatever the fuck the word is. Persecuting, yeah, I said persecuting. Persecuting, like, the whatever people. Like, but at the time, we gotta step in. Nigga, motherfucker, what the fuck is happening to niggas right now, man? Ain't nobody stepped in on this shit. Like, nigga, that shit ain't never real. Like, it just speaks to the propaganda of where we live at.
All they did was close the borders and keep us here.
Yeah, like, nah, niggas can't leave. And if you leave, nigga, you can't come back. Denounce your American citizenship.
Good luck, nigga.
Yeah, nigga, it's you against the world, motherfucker. I don't know where the fuck that came from, but
what you been watching?
Oh yeah. I said I enjoyed The 100 though. It's been cool. I said it's just one of them things. Like I looked at like they show like clips from the Holocaust. I'm thought about like slavery. It's like the only thing that you can separate with slavery and the Holocaust is like we were slaves, so like we had a use. With the extermination of the Jewish people, there's not like they were just trying to exterminate them. So that is a different animal. So I'm not going to act like it's the same thing. Mm-hmm. But over time, I think we faced the same type of extermination, like whether it was through like fucking legislation,
redlining,
everything that goes with just
systemic
being black.
Racism in general.
Yeah, exactly. So still a cool watch, man. I think they should have did Luke Cage like that. Like that could have been a good aspect of Luke Cage.
Yeah, it's a lot of comic book-esque swipes that were well done. I think in this aspect,
even in the series, he like drops like like little comic book references. So like I thought about that with black superheroes. Like, and the one thing I think people really appreciated about Black Panther is that they try to give it a real world aspect with like dude who came from Compton, like motherfucker, I got all the money in Africa. What the fuck y'all ain't helping these niggas over here? Like, and that's like a argument that Black Americans have had for a while, like with like certain like aspects of other people that are black. So I thought about that when it came to the Hunters. Like, I wish they would have did like Nick Cage like that or other black heroes. They could have got super deep into it instead of like pussyfooting on it. They could have really dove into it. Like, let's talk about some real shit, Like, when a black person get money, they could have had Chad Bosewick be like a motherfucker with money and just not really giving back. They could have made him Hove, like, you know what I mean? It's a lot of little turns they could have did on it. But anyway, Hunters is the main thing I watched this week. Yeah, that's really about it. Like I said, like I was telling y'all before, I've been watching the ID channel a lot, watching all these fucking murder mysteries and shit. Like Sean told me I was on my Murder, She Wrote aspect of my life, so that's another watch moment. Ting ting. I had that sound effect. Every wash moment is $1. But
Sonic rings.
Yeah, Sonic rings. But anyway, as far as what I've been listening to, shout out to 21 Savage. It's a knife. I love it. Savage Mode 2, man, produced by Metro Boomin. First of all, man, shout out to Metro Boomin, man. Like, I've been loving the growth in the production. It's been beautiful to watch, or listen to rather. It's shit, man. I think he produced the fuck out of that album, man. Like, I listened to Rich Nigga shit, the shit with the violin. I was talking to Taji about that shit before the episode started. Like, ugh. Like, that shit is ill.
Shout out to Mary Ben Ari.
Yeah.
All my hip hop fiddlers.
But yeah, man. Shout out Young Thug. I think my favorite song on Savage Mode 2 is Many Men or fucking Stepping on Niggas. Yeah, Stepping on Niggas is probably my shit. Running is hard. Running is hard too. Yeah, it's a lot of good joints on there. So shout out 21 Savage. Also, listen to fucking, I don't know where my phone is, so. Oh.
I love Lamp.
Yeah. Let me look right quick. And then give y'all a full interpretation of that.
While he's doing that, I'll give you what I've been watching. It's a little amended.
Oh, my
the
bad.
Boys,
I thought you already did it. My bad.
No.
I just stepped on your shit.
It's all right. It's
Stepping
cool,
on niggas. Stepping on niggas. Shout out 21 Savage.
But The Boys.
So how you been? Tell me about The Boys, man.
It's cool. Like I said, I gotta go back and rewatch some of the episodes. I did see the episode where they was fucking in the alley and the nigga crushed that man's head while he was. I think he was stopping him from like pickpocketing somebody or like shoplifting or some shit, and he gets off on him and his superhero.
Second season gets so deep, bro.
Yeah, it's so crazy. You
really
see people be whole psychopaths
with the racism shit. They get deep.
Yeah. But The Boys is cool. I'm gonna go back and watch all the episodes again and see what I can really glean from the subject matter, because I do feel like it's based on a lot of current events. Kind of like how, like, they found a way to comic book Law and Order. It's all current events and real time shit, but in a way that people are.
But it's also still based on the comics, so.
Yeah.
So like I think they probably adapted it to real world events, but I think.
But art imitates life.
But the angle of it just was always there, But yeah.
The Boys is cool. In summary. I watched Lovecraft Country, episode 8. There's been a lot of dialogue about that on Twitter. And Lovecraft Country is really going for it. That's really all I can say. I don't really have an opinion yet. I kind of want to watch episode 8 to see if I get a lot of the things that other people saw in it. I said earlier in one of the episodes where they were talking about one of the characters going down to Mississippi for vacation, and they were playing with a Ouija board, and the Ouija board, they asked, It's like, yo, I'm going on vacation. Am I gonna have a good time? It was like, no. And you were to assume based on the area, because it's set in Chicago, and the time frame, like that same period in history, that it was Emmett Till. And then this episode, in episode 8, spoiler alert, is set where everybody in Chicago, everybody from that side of town was going to see the funeral. Like, they were going to view the body. And I can't remember the girl's name. Diana, I probably should have looked it up. Diana Lee, maybe. I bet I'm right. Just shooting from the hip. But the little girl who was the protagonist in this story really, really summed up all of the current events concerning black people's fear of the police, or having to deal with being young and perceiving all this death in the media and having it portrayed in front of you in so many different instances. Like, it really does send a message home, almost like lynching does. And I never made the correlation before when they were talking about police killings being lynchings. Like, I'm like, yo, it's not the same. But now I get it.
When you add in media with it,
it's always in front of you. It's a public display of the destruction of a person's life.
Like, look how obvious this shit is, and watch, the government ain't gonna do shit, nigga. So, you gonna have to deal with it.
So a lot of the things that I see with Lovecraft Country is it's really, really aggressive. But I think it speaks to the point that we always talk about, like people white-splaining. It's not really white-splaining. It's not explaining shit. It's just saying it in a very, very direct way, kind of like Family Guy, but with real people. Like, it's not sugarcoating a lot of the subject matter. And I don't know how I feel about it in an artistic sense, because at first I was like, this shit feel Tyler Perry-ish. But now I'm looking at it, like, if you really catch the nuance of it, it may be great. Because the past few episodes I was talking about how they were shooting from the hip and trying to do all this extra shit, and it felt pushed. Like, the episode where they broke down homosexuality and homophobia amongst family members, I felt like they went too hard. But now they're talking about just the nuance amongst black culture and feeling like how we all kind of have the same ideals as people. Everybody was out there to see the viewing. Like, they all felt a certain kind of way. And it's unfortunate that we see so many things, because it's in the social media realm, we're so divided based off every tragedy. Like, what tragedy is it going to take for us at this point to all feel like, all right, we can put all our differences to the side in order to create some real change? Yeah, like, how deep does it have to go for our generation in order to understand that all of our differences really don't matter as much as the survival of people of color as a whole?
And someone told me this shit, and, like, kind of stuck with me. Is like, yo, you know, the one thing wrong with black people is, like, everybody's constantly trying to be better than the next man.
Even amongst family members. I thought about that shit. I was like, yo, when I was working for FedEx,
competition amongst all the, like,
when I was working at FedEx, I used to see all the people out there, the essential workers, but all the Migos working out there at the Home Depot lot. Any car that drove by, they would holler at. I was like, somebody dropped them off at work. Like, even if they called Martyr, they got a place to stay. Somebody care about them. Like, I'm sure they got wives. I'm sure they got kids. Somebody rocking with them. Mm-hmm. Why don't we ever see that in our culture? Like, I'm sure we do. We do sometimes. And it look a certain kind of way. But there are some people who are just like, it's an aversion to that. Like that's not noble. Like, it's not essential. It's not necessary. Like, that shit, everybody would appreciate that. Like,
yeah, we got, like, to a weird place, especially in black culture, where it's like, motherfucker ain't doing.
We gotta normalize the idea of having help and being able to give help.
Yeah, like, being there for each other. We got to bring that shit back in black culture, because it's always like, if he ain't doing shit at 18, he ain't got good grades, kick him out. Like, they're going to show him. It's
why?
Like, nah, man, we got to, like, take care of our young, because, like, if they ain't there with you, you know what the fuck they going to be doing? Like,
there's not a checkpoint on development. Like, you don't get to a point where you're supposed to have some shit or else. Like, figure it out. Take the time to really, really invest in yourself and know what you want to do.
Anyway, what you been listening to?
Nothing really. I ain't been listening to shit. I listened to 21 Savage.
Savage Mode 2.
What else did I listen to? I feel like I listened to something intentionally just so I'd have something to talk about.
I got a list.
I listened to Savage Mode 2. I didn't listen to West Side. I watched a documentary.
I watched the documentary.
You watched that shit too?
Yeah,
Connie's son.
Yeah, little 9-minute
It was cool, man. I realized this nigga was he a real street nigga. This nigga been on the run. You know nigga be on the run when they live in random places.
Yeah, Troy,
Alabama, or whatever the fuck that was. Yeah, it gotta be Alabama.
Yeah, it was Troy, Alabama.
Yeah. Yeah, man. I watched the documentary. I listened to Alfredo again. I ran across Acid Test. Shout out River Tiber.
Hey, man. You're welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I
gotta listen.
Thundercat. I went on a Thundercat dive earlier this week. It's a song on Drunk with Ty Dolla $igns. It's crazy. I'll figure out the name later. I'm gonna go ahead and put together a Wash Guards playlist this week.
Yeah, I'm adding on this shit. We'll do some
dope shit.
Yeah, we're gonna do that. Oh yeah, okay. Oh yeah, we gotta do that too. Speaking of which, but I'm gonna go what I've been listening to other than Savage Mode 2. Shout out to Lil Uzi Vert, Love Is Rage 2. Shout out to Dolly Parton.
Shout out Dolly Parton.
You know what I'm saying?
Shout out on my titty bars,
man. 9 to 5 Odd Jobs, man, is the album, man. She been doing her thing for a long time, man. Shout out to the White Goddess. The Devil Makes 3, man. Super dope folk band. Shout out to them. Cameron, Purple Haze 2.
Ooh. Shout
out to Killer Cam, man. You already know, one of my faves of all time. Still Up All Night, Ellie Soulstray. Shout out to him. T.I. Dope. It's a single he dropped a few years ago. Shout out to him. Like I said, Savage Mode 2, and I Am Greater Than I Was. But let's get into it. We're doing a Wash Guard Invitational.
Bit.
It's going to be our first event, man. So shout out to us and doing our thing. But Wash Guards Invitational, man. So shout out to everybody that feels like they're a weekend warrior. They feel like y'all be doing y'all thing on this fucking basketball court. A lot of niggas be talking shit.
Yeah, man. If you remember run and shoot, we want to see you.
Yeah.
If you remember,
come run and shoot with us.
What was that shit?
Shout out
Metro. Damn, what's it just called? Metro? I can't remember. It was one on the west side. Run and shoot was on the east side. It was Metro or some other shit. Center Court.
Yeah.
Damn. Center Court on the west side.
Anyway, we're meeting up at Linwood Park October 24th. So anybody in the Atlanta area, please holler at the guards. We're gonna post a flyer.
Yeah,
so
flyer
if you follow the Wash Guards, please pay attention to the page. We're gonna post all the details. Invite only. So you know what I'm saying? Just make sure you sign up in advance because we ain't having no random niggas pull up.
Yeah.
Fuck around and shoot you niggas. But
don't get popped trying to get shot.
Yeah, don't get shot trying to get your shots up. But real shit though. Yeah, shout out to all my Wash guys. So if y'all got time, man, October 24th, we doing it at Linwood Park. It's the Wash Guards Invitational. We're doing our thing, man. You know what I'm saying? I might get out there and shoot a few buckets with you niggas, man.
Guards of return, man.
Yeah, man.
If you was out there at Central Park during the New Era days, you know what's up.
Yeah, man. Everybody in the city, please holler at a nigga. I would really appreciate it if y'all pull up. Anybody in the Atlanta area, Linwood Park, October 24th, Wash Guards Invitational, invite only. We will send the invites within the next 5 days, probably around the time this episode drops.
Yeah, man. Get these views up, man.
Yeah.
Our best comment gets a free invitation.
Yeah, if you love me, man, pull up, man. Actually, if you ain't in the Atlanta area, real shit, wherever you at, send washguardspc@gmail. Send us an email. You want to pull up? Just send us an email. You're not in the Atlanta area, we'll fuck with you, man. We'll figure out a way to get you right. And by figure out a way is I'll maybe throw you a 0.5 in weed and send you on your way and not talk to you while you're at the gym.
Ask you what you drink. We'll get Hennessy.
But you'll see me.
Hennessy and Gatorade, man.
I'm going to get new braids for the 24th, too.
Grey Goose and Riptide Rush.
Ooh. Yeah, so Wash Guards Invitational, man. Make sure y'all pull up October 24th. This 8:30 to 10:30. Yeah, we got the gym to ourselves, man. We're doing temperature checks. It's gonna be everything safe.
Yeah, man, we're gonna pat you down, man.
Yeah. Make sure
metal detectors.
Yeah. I got the strap on.
Tuck your razor in your cheek.
Yeah.
You know, all the regular Riker shit.
Anyway,
you been the right street. You take trays.
We'll see y'all next week. We'll announce this fucking shit again next week. But anyway, Watch God's Invitational. Buckle up for that. That's October 24th, 8:30
Shout out
to
Jay
10:30.
Hayes if we haven't done
Shout
that.
out Hayesworth, Linwood Park.
Hayes so famous.
Yeah.
Wash never washed up.
Wash never washed up. Anybody got some shit to add or?
We've been slacking on this shit, man. Black Business Roll Call, man.
No Limit Exposure.
Shout out No Limit Exposure. Shout out Decatur's Own Seasoning. Shout out City in the Woods.
Yep.
Shout out Phyllis Iller, man. I had an interesting conversation
Iller
with you recently, man.
Yeah.
We're gonna sit down and talk.
Melly Mel. Shout out Melly Mel.
Shout out Working Class Music Group.
Shout out Working Class.
Shout out Dirty Drums.
Academy.
Who else?
DDA.
What else? Where did we get that from?
What else? Red Cafe.
Red Cafe?
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Nah, I know. What else?
What else? Longest episode ever. All right, what else? Get the fuck out of here,
Black owned businesses.
Decatur Tribe. You said that?
I said Decatur Tribe.
No Limit Exposure. Phyllis Iller.
Phyllis Iller.
Working Class Music.
Working Class Music Group. Dirty Drums.
Shout out to Zoa Photography.
Shout out Zoa Photography. Shout out Nothing LLC. My homeboy Rome.
Shout out to Free Agency. Shout out to my nigga Brian.
Shout out Free Agency.
Shout out to my nigga 23 Penny.
23 Penny, man.
You're not a nigga, but you
honorary, bro.
Yeah,
we got you, bro.
Welcome.
You got 3 N words for this year, man.
Yeah, you safe.
You safe, bro. I'll put the strap out about you.
Shout out to anybody else you got? Let's end it.
Washed but never washed up, man.
Yeah, washed never washed up, man. Shout out to all the countries. Shout out to Singapore. Welcome to the podcast.
Like, subscribe, share, man. We appreciate you niggas for fucking with us.
Yeah, thank you, Taji.
Yeah.